Now, when it comes to selling software programs, Microsoft is by far taking the lead in that industry. When billionaire Steve Ballmer left Microsoft in 2014, Satya Nadella took over as CEO. Before that, Nadella oversaw Microsoft's Cloud and Enterprise division as Executive Vice President. Since he took over, the company has shifted its focus from a doomed mobile strategy to one that has greater potential, such as cloud computing and augmented reality. He basically saved Microsoft. So how does he manage all of his time, and what does he do on a normal day? Well, keep on watching, because in today's video we'll be looking at his daily routine so we can get a gist of how a genius millionaire lives. Welcome to Social Lux. Our goal is to provide you with a dose of luxury, travel, houses, cars, and stories of successful people so you can be inspired to live an abundant, beautiful, and successful life. We upload videos weekly, so make sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and feel free to comment any questions you may have down below. Enjoy! Morning routines. One of the most crucial parts of any CEO's day is their morning routine. Some of the most successful CEOs in the world attribute much of their success to the way they begin each day. Nadella, like many other successful business leaders, is a firm believer in the value of a good night's rest. Every morning, he's up and about by 7 o'clock. Meditation and physical activity help Satya Nadella get his day off to a productive start. As he finally puts weight on the ground, he contemplates the many blessings in his life. He adopted the practice of daily gratitude after reading about its profound effects on the mind from the work of renowned psychologist Dr. Michael Gervais. After he finishes thinking things over, he heads off to the gym for about half an hour of exercise. Nadella has said that putting on his sneakers is one of his first morning rituals. Now that he's done getting ready for the day, Nadella sits down to a hearty breakfast and a hot cup of coffee. When asked in an interview for the Wall Street Journal whether he favors coffee or tea, Nadella said, "Coffee in the morning, tea in the afternoon." Clothing styles. Satya Nadella, like many other Silicon Valley CEOs, prefers a more casual look, so his typical workday attire consists of sneakers, jeans, trendy polo shirts, and hoodies. Suits just don't fit in with the vibe of tech companies nowadays. However, Nadella is a man whose impeccable taste is on full display in the clothes he chooses to wear. His polo shirts are always well-tailored and constructed from novel materials. Rather than wearing regular sneakers, he favors Landon sneakers, which are considered to be on the luxury end of the sneaker industry. In line with his philosophy of lifestyle changes, Satya Nadella is constantly trying out new color combinations and clothing items while maintaining a sharp, tailored look. Nadella may have earned a reputation for his taste in smart casual attire, but that doesn't mean he can't pull off a suit when necessary. Business Insider, Bloomberg Showbiz, Cheat Sheet, and other publications have cited him as an example of a well-dressed Silicon Valley CEO. Work in meetings. Now that we've taken care of business, as usual, we can turn our attention to the day's agenda. Meetings. Nadella prefers short, focused morning meetings with the occasional afternoon meeting if necessary, a practice that appears to be fairly standard among the most powerful CEOs. Nadella is a firm believer that meetings are often overemphasized in the workplace, both in terms of duration and frequency. And he isn't the only one who has thought this way. Many top executives agree, including Jason Fried, founder and CEO of CRM company Basecamp. He was once quoted comparing meetings to salt. He said, "Meetings should be like salt, a spice sprinkled carefully to enhance a dish. Too much salt destroys a dish. Too many meetings destroys morale and motivation." Nadella has made an effort to reduce the prevalence of the belief that it is necessary to excessively schedule and hold meetings. According to him, the advantages of holding fewer meetings are much easier to quantify than the model of endless meetings that is currently in use. Regardless of how he feels about meetings in general, Nadella gives his full attention to any that he attends. One of the principles of Nadella's three-step approach to meetings is active listening, which has earned him praise for those around him. His three-step approach, as he said, listen more, talk less, and be decisive when the time comes. Video conferences with a set agenda are his preferred method of communication. When he has multiple meetings scheduled in quick succession, whether they are via video or in person, he always schedules some downtime to allow for smooth transitions. He follows up appropriately after the meeting has ended. Professional relationships. Considering that Satya Nadella has a 97% approval rating from Microsoft employees on Glassdoor in 2021, it should come as no surprise that Nadella's leadership style is based on empathy and encouraging his team members to do their best. He strongly believes in giving workers more autonomy. Every day, he reminds himself of the importance of cultivating a growth-oriented, collaborative, and empathetic mindset. He doesn't hide his long-term plans because he always thinks 5 years ahead when it comes to the software behemoth. Since joining Microsoft in 1992, he has spent nearly 3 decades performing this role. As a result of Satya Nadella and others, Microsoft has embraced cloud computing and built one of the largest cloud infrastructures in the world. Nadella engages all of Microsoft's workers to make his vision a reality. As a result, his team now has faith in Nadella to make the kind of tough but ultimately necessary calls that will benefit Microsoft in the long run. Personal and family life. Nadella said, "Being present is more important than trying to measure the amount of time. Think of it as more trying to achieve the best harmony." The benefits of work-life balance extend beyond the individual to the organization as a whole. In 1992, the same year he started working for Microsoft, Nadella married his wife, Anupama Nadella. Together, they've had 3 children, and he's made it his life's mission to strike a healthy balance between work and family. Nadella's children include a son and 2 daughters. Nadella has stated that the experience of having a child with cerebral palsy has altered his perspective on many things, including his roles as a parent and a leader, due to the importance of empathy. His oldest child, a son, was born with the condition. He stated, "Most people think empathy is just something that you reserve, for your life and your family and your friends or what you have. But the reality is, I think it's an existential priority for a business." He takes a more harmonious rather than purely balanced approach to juggle his professional and personal life. The end of the workday means the end of everything. Tomorrow, when he returns to his post as CEO of one of the world's largest Fortune 500 companies, he will find the work waiting for him at Microsoft. Nadella doesn't gauge the success of his work-life balance based on how much time he spends with his family. His priority instead is to be fully present with his loved ones whenever possible. This, he thinks, is more important than logging long blocks of time together. This philosophy of always giving one's full attention to whatever one is doing extends to his time spent working. As husband and father, as well as a CEO, he ensures he's never waiting to focus on his tasks. As a result of their efforts, the couple has been able to keep their personal lives out of the public eye, which has helped them remain more grounded and protected from the potential pitfalls of fame. Nadella acknowledges that he, like everyone else, sometimes fails to achieve the harmony he advocates for, despite his best efforts. Still, he regularly asks himself, "The one thing I really do try and practice is when I'm with my kids, am I really present or am I just there?" Nadella uses this as a form of self-accountability and a means of identifying the domains in which he believes he can make improvements. Evening routine. Anupama, Satya's wife, will tell you that he is a family man who, when he walks through the door, forgets that he is the CEO of Microsoft and becomes just a dad. After a family dinner, he'll sit down with the kids to help them with their homework. Late at night, if he isn't with his family, he is probably reading poetry. Nadella has been a huge cricket fan ever since he was a kid growing up in India, so it's important to remember that he plays whenever he can. Come 11 p.m., it's time for Satya to go to bed to achieve the all-important 8 hours needed for him to conquer the coming day as the CEO of one of the most powerful companies in history, Microsoft. And that's all for today's video. What can you say about Satya Nadella's approach to life and scheduling daily routines? Let us know in the comments section below. If you enjoy everything luxurious, check out our other videos, and if you like them, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on that notification bell. Thank you for watching. Until our next video, we'll see you then.